Cuba life cycle. Alright.
Eva Yes, yeah, big. I like.
Cool. Ah.
Hey.
What's going on?
Dating.
This could be tested
We've seen a long time.
every week.
Depends. We have no control over how long it's going to take. Okay, getting somewhere. I'm going to connect this thing.
It's done there.
Let's connect this GPS. Now we have an excuse. Keep checking the how the internet is going. See if it's back. Ah, no internet. Okay, now it's working on updates. Now it's restarting. You want to put that thing back on? Splash screen.
You max out.
Restart it. After it restarts, did you send the link?
I'm sending it now.
Just checking, please. Yeah, I'm not starting this thing 100%.
Q.
Yeah. I haven't lost my. See, now I haven't lost my playlist. I'm gonna rebuild it from scratch if I have.
Yeah, I feel like shooting hoops now.
Oh, it's all gone. Okay, let's get back to it. We'll just do it as we go.
How's it leave? How's it
Listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Cops.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
Kill the music.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. The Center for Disease Control has reported an outbreak of a new virus that affects the brain and regenerates dead tissue, prolonging life after clinical death. As a result of the outbreak, your city or town needs to be contained by a lethal agent. If conditions at your location make this a possibility, you need to consider staying in place until the threat has subsided or blown over.
Line in.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
Take a deep breath and relax. It's all gonna be fine.
Wakey, 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 wakey. Time to get out of bed. Time to put on the radio. Oh, you already put it on.
What's up? My name is KRS-One, and I'm here to answer a very important question. Why is hip-hop important? Hip-hop is important, first of all, because it's a human skill. That's number one. In the age of technology, society becoming more and more technological, leaps in technology, it's always important to hold on to your human skills. What part of you remains human as you go through this technological process we call our age? So right off the top, hip-hop, being a human skill, is the most important to human beings. If you can speak like this, I'll keep on bringing and singing until your ears is ringing. I can do that all day with not plugging into anything, no electricity, Those who dance also realize that they can dance in the bathroom, bedroom. They don't have to plug into nothing. They don't have to put nothing on. There's nothing. It's you. It's your natural expression. This is what we're losing in today's society because of technological advancement. Now, technology is great. You're hearing me through technology right now. The wheel was our greatest technology, but not at the expense of your soul. And that's what hip hop brings to the table. This is the first importance of hip hop. It is a human skill. The number two reason why hip hop is important is because hip hop is no longer an entertainment pastime. Hip hop is full-time, lifetime employment. Now, I'm talking to college students right now who are piling up college debt. You already know what it is. When you get to your graduation and they give you your receipt, your degree, you're going to understand what I'm talking about right now. Hip-hop, if you master the elements of hip-hop, you master our elements, breaking, MCing, graffiti, or DJing, beatboxing, any of that, that can pay for your college tuition. I was on the phone a few months ago with a guy named DJ Premier, just calling, Premier's there, whatever. And I said, yo, where you at? He's like, yo, I'm in China. China. Now you do the math on this. He's a DJ. Now DJing is hard to do, but it's the easiest of the elements, the core four elements, breaking, MCing, graffiti, or DJing. DJing is the easiest element we have in hip hop. To know how to play records, to create a mood in the crowd, to put on something that makes a person remind themselves of something. These are now skills like being an electrician, being a lawyer, being a doctor, being an architect, or starting your own business, being a chef. Any of the professions any of the traditional professions can now be weighed against hip hop as a traditional profession. No longer is hip hop an entertainment pastime. We're feeding families with this. We're paying college tuitions with this. We're buying homes with this. We're on our retirement with this. So to that 50-year-old Irish woman math teacher in Brooklyn right now, you know who you are. You want to supplement your salary, getting off the students and going to the teachers. I ain't got to talk about what teachers make. Teachers don't make anything. And we're the most important people in American society. Teachers should take up breaking, MCing, graffiti art, and DJing. Every teacher in the sound of my voice, you should supplement your income by becoming an MC, especially you English teachers. Be an MC or become a DJ. More and more each day, people are paying. I mean, I don't know any other way to say this to you, but thousands of dollars are being spent on DJs. Okay, your hotel is paid for, your flight paid for, your on DJ. So
Yo, GT,
What's up?
what's good? How you doing, homie?
I'm feeling cold, but I'm alright.
Yeah, you're cold, but you're alright.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank God it's Friday. We're in the building, and we started a little bit late, but it's alright. We're here now. Never on schedule, but always on time, just like hip hop.
Hip-hop,
This
yeah.
is the TDA Tele Radio Station broadcasting live from the primary campus in Mochudi, right?
That's right.
That's where we're at. And yesterday I was listening to someone say, oh my goodness, it's so amazing that you guys brought all this to Mochudi. And I told him, I said, nah, we didn't bring it to Mochudi. Mochudi brought us
Should've
here.
brought it to
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because none of us chose to be here, but we're here now.
Yeah.
And if we weren't here right now, other people would be here doing what we're doing or even more.
That's
so
right.
it is definitely a blessing, and we're definitely grateful, you know, to be in this chair, for being able to just be on the mic, for being able to speak, for being able to wake up this morning. You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege, and all we can do is be thankful for that. So how you feeling, GT? How you feeling today?
I'm good. Besides
Good.
the cold,
Yeah,
I'm
the cold.
fine.
We can't do much about the cold, can we?
Nah, we can't.
But we can do a lot about how we feeling, right?
That's
And we
right.
gotta feel good. We had some technical difficulties a little bit earlier, but it's nothing we can't get over. It's nothing we can't get across. And you know, I can't swim, but I will waddle my way across that river. And I'll make, even if I cough, I'll make it through. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you feel about that. How you feel about that?
Yeah, what you saying is nice.
Yeah, we have some really amazing things going on today, and I want this to be like a purely TDA Teleradio TGIF broadcast because we got something big going on, and I cannot wait to let this out the gate. I cannot wait. It's like a button, a button on a super huge dude that just can't wait to snap. That's how I'm feeling right now. And already, I had a little something planned, but it's still gonna come through. I believe it will come through, and I cannot wait for that. But for now, what we just heard was the teacher. You know who the teacher is? You know who was talking right there just a few minutes ago?
Who is it now?
That's the teacher, KRS-One, I call him the teacher because he's not an OG. He's an OG, right, in the hip hop term of what OG means.
Yeah.
But he's a teacher in the sense that he drops knowledge, and he just drops some knowledge on what hip hop means today in society, in the community, globally. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more, but for now, let us get to the music. Something is wrong. Seriously, something is very wrong here.
Ubagan. Veteran. Yeah, Poetic Syntax.
Mega bars.
Yeah, that's my homie, right? Like, I heard this guy, I think this was the first song I heard of his, and I was blown away. I was just like, you know what?
That's good.
My Setswana is horrible. Let me just put it out there. It's horrible. It's virtually non-existent, right?
Okay.
But when I heard this song, I was like, yo, like, this is so dope. I love it. Like, I was like, I think I might have played this song like for a week, back to back. And it's got a video.
Oh.
And the video is like nothing you've ever seen before. He's one of the very first guys who kind of just said, you know what, I'm not just gonna do a regular music video.
Mm-hmm.
He actually partnered with an animator, right?
Yeah.
With an animator,
Uh-huh.
and they actually put something together. Like, and the animator basically created something that was, that fitted with the theme of the song.
The name of the song is veteran or his name.
Okay, so his name is Poetic Syntax.
Oh,
Yeah, and the name of the song is Poetic is a Vet.
Wait, Poetic what?
Poetic
Is
is a
he
vet.
the guy? You were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
he's
yesterday?
the guy. He's the guy.
This
He's the guy.
guy.
This is the guy. Yes, this is
Who
the guy.
spit such bars? Said
That's
I'm
right.
good.
That's right.
Wow.
Yep. And I could go on. I could go on. There's a lot of people who are kind of like bigging you up, by the way, on what you put out, and I think over the next Fridays, I'm gonna play songs from the other guys as well, and you'll be very shocked as to what it takes to make it in hip hop. Most, like, we always say 10% of it is talent, right, and 90% of it is hard work.
Oh my God.
But that 10% is very important as well, because that 10% gets you through the door, right? And that's what kind of brings the boys to the yard, if I could say something like that. The 90% is now you applying yourself and making sure that you learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things in order to make sure that you're consistent in your output.
Yeah.
But like. And I'm a proponent of just putting something out. If you're able to put something out and people are able to appreciate it, then what they're doing now is they're waiting for you to put in the work in order to put more out. You feel me? So that's what it is. That's Poetic is a Vet right there, Poetic Syntax. And we're not gonna stop there. Of course, we're only playing local music. That's how we do. I'm gonna play some local talent. Next up, we got Manolo X, We Live to Die. A song that he actually made specifically for my platform, Know the Ledge. I put out like a call for music, and he just went into the studio and did something really quickly and sent it to me real quick. And that's the kind of artist he is. Really amazing guy to be around, really hard worker, and I cannot wait to play his next song. His mixtape is almost done. The man is based all out there in Saroe, and whenever he's here, if he's here soon, we're definitely gonna have him in the studio for a conversation. Really, you guys would vibe, because those are a very chill dude. Doesn't talk a lot, just lays in the cut. But he's the opposite. He's very tall. You're a little,
Okay.
he's like super
Yeah.
tall.
Alright.
Yeah. So let's get back to the music. TDA Tele radio station out of Mochudi, the first digital tele radio station to come out of the primary, secondary, pre-primary campus, the Dow Academy. This is the TDA Tele radio station. Thank God it's Friday. Let's get to the music. That's what we're here for,
We're
right?
gonna be having news in 4 minutes.
All right. Thank you for letting me know. We'll be right back.
Living and breathing, but we have no life, Lord. Give me a reason why they take our lives. This don't
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
It's joke. We at an all-time low. Ain't no freedom of speech. They censor us till we can't breathe. Got knees on our throats. Not even freedom to leave. I hope Corona a hoax. It's been a bad couple weeks. Where did the good days go? Ain't no love on the street. All we see is police. And all the people are scared, but we all gotta eat. They say the vaccine, the mark of the beast. And hunger pains from quarantine make me feel weak, huh? So they create a desert and they call it peace, huh? Perfect picture, I see the veil of Mona Lisa. Hate is a weapon, but they all got a piece, huh? But we can't share to keep the pie, gotta reach, huh? They better release us off the leash, bruh.
Before we buy the hand that doesn't feed us, presidents get it bleach, huh? Bad beats, huh? Bad life, we assume they feed us.
We live and die, some die to live, some die with some live, some die but have not lived. Some die alive, they live but dead inside. Cause truth is, you can still live but have
We live to die, and some die to live. A reflection of what's going on in the world today, pretty much. I mean, it's COVID season,
Yeah.
and things are getting a little more hectic. With every passing day, it really is like it's I feel like it's a teachable moment. Like we've been taking a lot of things for granted, and this is really taking us back to say, okay, what are some of the things that you've been taking for granted that you're gonna do differently. Like something as simple as saying hi to someone. You know what I'm saying? Like something as simple as that, because you never know. It's that crazy right now. You never know.
Yeah.
That person might be here today, and tomorrow they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
So it's really important. When you see someone, when you get that little feeling like you just gotta reach out and say what's up. Do that. Find out how they're doing, and let's really rekindle that thing. Let's not think life is the way it was 10 years ago. It's very different now. Things are very different. And it's about time we start living, and really, really living. All right, guys, the time is 8:30. It's time for the news. You're locked into the TDA teleradio station, and this is Thank God It's Friday, TGIF.
Time for news on TDA Teleradio, straight out of Montreal.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Number one local station. The new brand of radio.
Good morning and thank you for joining us on the Star Academy Television News. It is Friday the 9th of July 2021 and exactly 8:30. I'm Amantla Heights and we bring you today's headlines. Before we look at the headlines though, here's an announcement. His Excellency President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi will address the nation on Tuesday the 13th of July at 7 o'clock in the evening. Now looking at our headlines, the World Health Organization warns the worst is still to come for COVID-19 in Africa. Zimbabwe Army Commander dies from cancer. And lastly, now looking at international news, police say foreign hit squad arrested for killing Haiti's president. Those were our headlines this morning. Tune back in at 9 o'clock for our full news in detail.
The views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Dow Academy. Any content provided by bloggers or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.
Yeah. So, what do you think, GT? Do you think what do I want to ask?
Lockdown.
What? Hey, please.
Lockdown.
Yeah, giving me palpitations. Don't say such things, eh? You really think we're gonna go back into lockdown?
Maybe the zone of lockdown, not like the complete.
I like your spirit. I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Demi, what do you think? You think we're gonna get locked down again, or do you think we'll be given a break?
I think what's this? That 2-week lockdown.
The one South Africa is on right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let's wait and see. We can only speculate. That's that's ours to do, right?
That's right.
Because we're using opinions, right? So let's wait and hear what our Father has for us.
But do you think it's important though for us to have the lockdown?
Do I think? You know what?
The expressed on this show are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Dow Academy. Any content provided by bloggers or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
Time for sports on TDA Television, straight out of Montreal.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
Good morning, I am Demi Marks with today's sports update. Chelsea are close to agreeing a deal worth 1.7 million to sell Oliver Giroud to AC Milan. As first reported by Sky in Italy, the 36-year-old France international is set to travel to Italy for a medical before signing for Milan in a 2 million deal. A Serie A side are set to pay an initial fee of 1 million euros plus another 86,000 in add-ons depending on the players' appearances and the club's qualification to the next season's Champions League group stage. Giroud signed a new year one deal at Chelsea last summer, and last month the club took up an option to extend by further of 12 months. Arsenal sold Giroud to Chelsea for 18 million in January 2018, 6 years after signing him from the League One title winning Montpellier side for 10.8 million euros. The striker scored 39 goals in 119 appearances during his time at Stamford Bridge, winning 3 major trophies including the Champions League title in May. Giroud was involved in France's disappointing Euro 2020 campaign as they were knocked out by Switzerland on penalties at the round of 16 stage following a 3-3 draw after extra time. Now moving on to tennis. Number one, Barty became the first Australian to reach the Wimbledon women's singles final in 41 years after defeating former champion Kerber. Barty's impressive 6-3, 7-3, 7-3 victory over 2018 champion Kerber puts her through to a second Grand Slam final, and with the chance to emulate her mentor, who won the second of her titles at the All England Club in 1980. This is incredible. This is close to as good as a tennis match as I've ever played. Angie brought the best out of me. I'm incredibly proud of myself and my team, and now we get a chance on Saturday to try to live out our childhood dream, said Barty, whose outfit is a tribute to the one won by Golangon for the first of her victories in 1971. Now moving on to boxing, Fury and Wilder trilogy set to be postponed. US reports say that Tyson Fury and at least 10 members of his team have tested positive for COVID-19, meaning his WBC heavyweight title defense against Deontay Wilder must be pushed back from its July 24th date. Now moving on to NBA basketball. Brooker Bridges inspire Suns in Game 2 win. Coverage of the NBA Finals continues on Sunday night as the series heads to Milwaukee for the next 2 games 2-0 down. The Bucks will need to win the Game 3 at home against the Phoenix Suns to keep their title hopes alive. And it will be live at 12:45 a.m. on Sky Sports main event and arena. Yes,
those were our sports headlines. So you know boxing? You know a little bit of boxing, yeah? Did you watch the last Deontay
Wilder,
yeah. What was you? I rewatched like highlights of that fight.
I woke up in the morning for that, and I was on Wilder's side, honestly.
A lot of us were, honestly, but I think Wilder was a little bit too cocky for his own liking, unfortunately, and it kind of worked against him. He got outboxed, he got caught.
Fury was the better man.
Yep. It was sad, really. Like I was really like, oh man. Good fighter, but wasn't your day to day. You were a little too full of yourself, and you paid for it. Apparently, the story from his camp is he was wearing this. No, you saw that thing.
Heavy, he said so it was heavy.
Yeah, the coach was like, the coach had advised him against it, and he just thought, nah, I'm okay, I can do this, I'm okay. This guy is nothing, I'm okay, I can do this. But unfortunately, it worked against him. Thank you so much for that, Demi. That was sports. Remember to
put on the radio. Oh, you already put it on. listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Hey yo, Bali. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Say word, say word, say word, say word. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Say word, say word, say word, say word. It's the unconventional, often subliminal, top of the pinnacle, miracle syllable, the original, super lyrical. Put this on a digital platform and let's act normal like it won't blow, like it don't hit hard like Trumbo or Van Damme. Well, I'll be. This is what all the hip hop is get rowdy. While they hit 'em up, they fist up proudly. Oh, glory to the Almighty when I'm reciting or writing. Illuminate the place like lightning. How exciting! To be part of non-weak part. They hit the sweet spot like diabetes. The new one. It's not what you thought like House of Move. The House of Future. Pull up your shoes up. Or get your act together before you think that we can rap together. But any which way, the pedigree stays for Buncha Bella. None of irrigate Buncha Bella. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Say word, say word, say word, say word. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Say word, say word, say word, say word. Say word in that necklace. Put him on. Say word in that necklace. Put him on. Say word in that necklace. Say word, say word, say word. What up, hip hop? How you been? It's been a minute, and I'm tired of pretending with all this God given, and I know you tired too. So the game and I like chokeholds like tied too. So what I do? Know when the beat drops, exactly when the song hits. Pick up on my coco jacka, it can break it from K or meeny, meeny, miny, kissy, diddy, blindly, hold on. Diddy, blindly, blindly, jacka, kiri, by color. I can put the line and get it solo. That's why they live to get a hurricane, I want all the hapolo. This is a reminder, I am the pathfinder, I'm the leader, chosen by the Ebenezer, Oka, Musa, Caesar. This is speed up, you can get eat up, Mouse, Mutia, Raho, Hataka, Jaka, Manyanya, Taku, Maria, Hoto. This is taking for Paka, by Coco. Every line blowing up off the top of that Coco. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it?
Yo, can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Like this track, if I can break down this track for a second, the beauty of this song is it literally takes traditional hip hop. Like if you hear the beat is 80s, late 80s hip hop. That's the bounce. But if you listen to the song, right?
Yeah.
It's Motswako as well.
Mhm.
So what's happening with that song is this man has successfully managed to merge old school hip hop, as in where it started,
Traditional, yeah.
and he mixed it not only with traditional music, but also with where hip hop has gone to, because you know hip hop started. We're not gonna act like it started everywhere. Now hip hop started in the Bronx, in the United States of America, right?
Yeah.
Started in the Bronx. That's it's been agreed by all that's the birthplace of hip hop. But today hip hop is all over the world. It's in every single language, and it represents pretty much. It represents the youngest population in the world, actually. Funny enough, because hip hop is only about 50 years old.
50.
Yeah, only about 50 years old.
Who started hip hop?
So, okay, it's a debated thing, but what's agreed upon is that there's a gentleman called DJ Kool Herc. DJ Kool Herc.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
He's the one who's been touted, who's been called the father of hip hop, because he's the first one who took two elements of hip hop, which were DJing and MCing, and brought them together.
Okay.
And then by doing that, it allowed the other element of hip hop, which is breaking, to actually be there as well. You see, you had your breakers on one side, you had the DJs on the other side, you had your MCs who were not really doing a lot on one side, and then you had your graffiti artists on the other side. So all these were already taking place in the 70s, right? But DJ Kool Herc is the one who is credited as being the first to really unite all these different aspects of hip hop together under a single party.
Alright, is he still alive?
DJ Kool Herc is still alive. Yes, he's still alive.
How old is he?
I'd have to look that up. I'm not really sure. I'm sure he's in his 60s right now. Let's look that up real quick.
Her age. He's 66
That's
years.
right. So around his 60s, so I was correct. That's how old DJ Kool Herc is. But let's just really look at today in hip hop. To this week in hip hop. I don't know. I always say today in hip hop.
Yep.
Let's look at this week in hip hop. Very legendary week. Legendary group, legendary trio. Run DMC. Little story about Run DMC. Jam Master Jay, rest in peace, was the DJ of Run DMC.
Okay.
They were initially called Run DMC and DJ Jam Master Jay. He's the one who actually discovered 50 Cent.
Oh.
Yep. So in 1986, July 4th, Run DMC released their legendary single, Walk This Way. Now, Walk This Way is also legendary because it was the first time, I believe, that a hip-hop group had done a song with a rock group and it blew up.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the name of the song?
Walk This Way. They did the song with Aerosmith. Yeah, really dope song.
Then what was the genre then? If it was like a hip hop and rock, it was hip rock.
Well, it was music. Let's just say it was
I want to
music.
know the name of the genre though.
There's really like when something like that happens, it's just music. It's not. It's both
It
rock
doesn't have a genre.
and hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was the first time like this was done successfully.
Okay, but then you do know that we have pop rock, right?
We have pop rock. That's pretty much the same
what
thing.
about hip hop rock?
No, pop rock is the same thing in my book.
So let's say we're going for awards and then they won't come up in the nomination
So the
for
beauty-
best hip hop.
So they'll come up in both categories.
Both categories.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the beauty because it's a collaborative effort. It's
Alright.
both a rock song and a hip hop song, and when you have that, it also becomes a pop song.
Pop.
Yeah, because it's a popular song. Like everybody listens to it, so it might even pop up in the pop charts or in the pop category at an awards show. Okay, next up, July 5th, 1969, the legendary producer RZA was born. We're gonna stop here and just play a little something from the man himself.
Today is the NOE's birthday.
NOE.
Yes.
Who's NOE?
He's an old school rapper.
We won't talk about that after I play this. We need to talk. We'll have a conversation about who NOE is. I have no idea. You gotta look that up.
Yeah,
and
I'm
make sure you
doing
get
that-
it
I'm
right.
doing that right now.
Yeah, look it up and make sure you get it right while we listen to what this man has to say. Oh, that was the wrong one. Give me 1 second. Let me get this right. Nope. Unfortunately, I do not have that recording. So, GT,
What up?
it's about that time.
What time?
It's about that time. That
What
time.
time?
That time.
What time?
That time.
What time?
Okay, I will show you right now what time it is.
What did I just listen to? Wow. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is so amazing. I kept running the track back every 20 seconds, and I'm like, okay, let me listen for the next minute. It gets to the minute, I keep running it back because I was just so amazed. I think that's the beauty about it. I didn't know what to expect, and those first few lines just caught me in. The ability to tell a story through it, man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm honored. I'm honored to even have her spit on a beat of mine. Like, I'm honored. A lot of rappers say they grew up in the Benzins, but I grew up in a village where nobody paid attention to the little things. Nobody cared. Like, it's just so beautifully written, and she was able to slip in between vernacular and the English, and with minimal effort to transition. Like, I'm super honored.
All right. Like I said, it's that time. That's just a little something, just I might sound biased if I say it, right? But let me just let someone, someone who's well respected in hip hop circles, let him say it for himself. And yeah, I'm not gonna say much. I'm really excited, and I want enough time to play this before the news, have a conversation, do the news, play the feedback again, play the song again, and have a conversation after that. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado.
Oh wow. Yeah. GT. Check. Father God, I thank you for the way my mama raised me. I came up to when I know that she was never impatient. She told me I make for the money on every occasion. Not don't chase the bag, cause it's the one supposed to chase me. It's hard to get me out the picture, yeah, you can't erase me. It's also hard to get a duplicate, you can't replace me. A lot of people watching closely how music will change me. They better tune into the next episode in the making. Started in 2013, but I was only 12. Did it on my own, cause I didn't have nobody else. Then I told my family music is my only friend. My mama didn't like it cause she thought I was under a spell. Who can relate? Topics up for debate. Trying to make a million, then take myself out on a date. Give me some months, then I'll show you how to prevail. GT on every chart, and my name is vague. Yeah, a lot of rappers say they grew up in some dungeons. I grew up in a village where nobody paid attention. So all the small things, no one really cares. So you bottle things up like you're living in a casket. Just a red flag, silence when I step in the room. No imitations, I am me. I don't wanna be you. I must admit that I was holding back when I was in school, but now it's different. I shine more when I'm in the booth. Books are not meant for me, but I'm meant for the books. Write my name down in history, then have my kick take a look. Looking clean, Maranaga, Tole, Casa, Le Rule, Haki, Patagana, but I'm not competing, little open. So it's been a hobby, now I gotta change that. I do it for the present, I don't do it for the paper. Do it for the people I am real, don't make them. I feel till I get what I want, gotta stay up. Wake up, it's time to set things up. Giving me their story so they stop making things up. People told me, GG, better figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out, that's why I'm bringing this out. Yeah. Y'all better get ready for the EP. Young MCGT in the house. Trying to wave that red flag. Anyway, bring the beat back. A lot of people that hate us will probably think that I'm capping. The only reason they hating is that they came to the vision. But hip hop is my religion and they may not want to listen. But I'ma go hard, work until they dance to my rhythm. I can't believe it. I'm finally picking up the pieces, putting myself together and I focus on the mission. The mission is to eradicate all the poverty. By poverty, I'm talking white rappers in the rap game. Hey, look at yourself in the mirror. Do you see the same reflection or you see yourself bigger? When it's crunch time, people call me to come deliver. I be like, nah, wait till I'm still counting the digits. I'm an underdog, but I know I'ma make it in the game. Once I'm stepping rappers gonna be scared and think like they okay. I've been hokey, but I think it's time I get back in the game. I ain't talking about checkers, I'm talking the rap game. Yeah. It's GT, you know what it is. Young MC. Just a red flag.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the...
So GT, what do you have to say for yourself?
Nothing, I was just sweating the whole time.
Man,
Thank you.
you have,
I guess.
in hip hop terms, well, in Eddie's terms, because I don't think this is specifically hip hop, we would say you have no manners.
I have no manners.
You have no manners, none whatsoever.
It's the red flag. I'm
You
gonna have manners.
no manners. Yo, that, and you know what's beautiful about that song? That song is actually untitled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's the opener to an EP GT's currently working on, and if it starts like that, yeah, that's you. Oh, as we say in my culture, all you rappers out there are on notice. You're all on notice, male, female, or otherwise. I need to include everybody because we don't discriminate. Any and everybody can get it. So you're all on notice. Just know that it's about to go down. 2021 is gonna be a very, very interesting year going ahead, and I hope you guys are ready because
2021.
hey, yeah, it's Well, 2020.
I was going to say 2022, but it's
No, why are you going so far? Like, we're here right now. Like, we're here right now. So yeah, if you're out there and you're feeling the track, just let us know on 75-341-347. That is 75-341-347. Don't forget the +267 if you're outside our borders. Hit us up on WhatsApp. Let us know how you feel about that song. Let us know how you feel about GT as we get ready to go to the news. So when we come back from the news, we're gonna chat with you. We're gonna bring that back. We're gonna bring everything back. We're gonna rewind time. We're gonna go back in time, bring it back. We're gonna use a time stone to do that, and we're gonna have a conversation about this track. We're gonna talk to GT, find out about what inspired her to make this happen, what inspires her to rap in general, and how she got started. So don't touch that dial. Let's get back to music. We got Skibamba coming through with For the Culture. You're locked onto the TDA teleradio station straight out of Muchudi Primary Campus at the Dow Academy. That's where we're at. And don't touch that dial, you know what I'm saying? Because we keeps it real. Way, way, way too real.
Before we go for the break, here's NOE Dwayne Bridgeford. He's an American recording artist from Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah, he's best known for his affiliation with Jim Jones and his involvement in East Coast hip-hop group Byron Gang. He was featured in most of the songs.
Byron Gang?
Yeah, he was featured.
Bird Gang.
That's Byron.
No, it's Bird.
It's Byron.
No,
that's
it's Bird.
What?
That's Bird Gang.
Okay, fine. Bird Gang.
Yes, and he's not a legend. He's
You know what? Let's go to the music.
Yo.
Let's go to the music. Oh wow.
This for the culture, no for the non-believers, but for the masses awaiting the rapture. This is for the culture, no for the non-believers, but for the masses awaiting the rapture. This for the culture, no for the non-believers, but for the masses awaiting the rapture.
What happened to the old school sound? It was so cool. Not this crazy nation that everybody calls new school. Yeah, apart your man speakers bumping as we hop to the rhythm and flow. Which you skip up a J.Go when the dark under the radar. It's stuff more darker than Vader. We're doing it for the culture. Rater. This poetic sound we about to murder. Sorry, we're not your favorite rappers. We're bigger and better with pen and paper. We're about to make it more fall like timber. And send up this rhythm and put it like second nature. This is our rap. You feel it, this shit diffuse the hate that's what die. This one is not for non-believers. Get behind us. You hear this? This art of rap is my religion. And I'm a legend. And one man army rebellion. I am legion. And second coming transporting non-believers to heaven. And every day I'm counting the blessings that I'm given.
This for the culture, no for the non-believers, but for the masses awaiting the rapture. This is for the culture, no for the non-believers, but for the masses awaiting the rapture. This for the culture, no for the non-believers, but for the masses awaiting the rapture. Hey yo, rap coup templates, I self-stand cells. This pen fell just like me out of man's house. No daily raps and Washingtons that dance up. Move out of here with beefed up like sand flows. For the culture, more people wasting like fan flows. Up there with sad boom bap can't sell. Hit 'em up style, blue pack can't jump. Been inclined to the point that I felt compelled. On the standpoint, I so love the culture. I'm buying the story, it's a sold out voucher. Why you staggering my thoughts to knock you out, just count down. Proliferate numbers and focus on the countdown. Been around town with physicists like Einstein. Matter of fact, we can all bet like Einstein. Check out the speed of light, what? Must be the rhyme, be like, yo, duck. The stereotype.
Yeah, we're celebrating hip hop out here on the Dow Academy, at the Dow Academy, on the Dow Academy teleradio station, TGIF. Thank God it is Friday. And thank God it's Friday for real, for real. Is there a new show on the cards? Like,
we got a new show.
You have a new show? I see the G Cafe over there. Like,
oh yes. So it was kind of like Breakfast with NG, but it's the GT show.
Oh, okay. So are we gonna have that like after this, or what's popping? Are you gonna?
I don't know. If I'm not busy, I play Breakfast with NG.
Okay, cool. I feel you. Yeah. Alright, cool. But I think Fridays, we're gonna do it. Today is a special Friday, so we're gonna do an extended version of TGIF. And if you have anything that you want to talk about on the G Cafe, we can just infuse that in there and make a beautiful, beautiful concoction that we're gonna enjoy and that the people out there are gonna enjoy too. Is that cool?
Yeah.
That's 100%.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. Now let's just do this real quick.
Show are those of the authors and directly necessary reflect the official policy or position of the Dow Academy. Any content provided by bloggers or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
The news on TGIF Radio. Straight out of Montreal.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Number one local station. The new brand new radio.
Time for news on TGIF Radio. Straight out of Montreal.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio. Number one local station. The new brand new radio.
Good morning once again, and thank you for tuning back into the Dow Academy Television News. It is 9 o'clock, so here are your news in detail. Brace yourself, the worst is yet to come. That is the World Health Organization warning to African countries as the COVID-19 Delta variant continues to spread across the continent. According to SABC, the World Health Organization is urging African countries to adhere to safety measures as they prepare for fresh vaccine rollouts to curb the spread of the virus. The World Health Organization said that the last week of June was the worst week even in terms of coronavirus infections in Africa. Africa Regional Director Dr. Matsidi Somweti said new infections across Africa are doubling every 18 days. The peak of the third wave could still be weeks away. In some countries such as Namibia and Tunisia, hospitals are struggling to cope. With less than 2% of the continent's population fully vaccinated, many still remain at risk of becoming severely ill with the disease. But the World Health Organization is optimistic that donations from the US and other countries through the COVAX initiative will help countries boost vaccination campaigns. Now moving on to other African news. Zimbabwe's army commander died early yesterday after succumbing to cancer, according to presidential spokesman. The army holds an outsized influence in Zimbabwean politics. In November 2017, the army stepped in to oust the late Robert Mugabe and pave way for the President Emerson Mnangagwa. Lieutenant General Edzayi Chimonyo was appointed to the position after the coup had been battling cancer. George Taramba, the presidential spokesman, wrote on Twitter. Chimonyo, like all the current crop of military generals in Zimbabwe, is a former fighter in the country's 1970s War of Independence. The position often accuses the army of openly siding with the ruling party in violation of the constitution. The army commander will be buried later this weekend. Now moving on to international news, and lastly, a hit squad composed mostly of retired Colombian soldiers assassinated Haiti's President Jovenel Moïse earlier this week. According to BBC, the group included 26 Colombians and 2 Americans of Haitian origin. 8 of the suspects are still on the run, while 17, including 2 Americans, have been arrested. The remaining suspects were shot dead during gun battles with the police in the capital, Port-au-Prince. A group of gunmen burst into the president's private residence in the early hours of Wednesday. Mr. Moise's wife, Martine, was injured in the attack and had been flown to Florida for treatment, where she is said to be in a stable condition. It is not yet clear who planned the attack or what motivated it. Haiti's interim Prime Minister Claude Joseph, however, told the BBC that the 53-year-old president may have been targeted because he was fighting oligarchs in the country. On Thursday, police presented some of the suspects to the media along with weapons, Colombian passports, and other evidence. Mr. Charles said foreigners came to our country to our country to kill the president. He added, "We will strengthen our investigation and search techniques to intercept the other 8 mercenaries." Those were our news in detail this morning. Tune back in at 9 o'clock. No, sorry. Tune back in at 10:30 for more headlines.
Time to get out of bed. Time to put on the radio. Oh, you already put it on.
So, do you actually believe these guys didn't know about what was happening in Haiti?
They didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, the guy who's saying that, oh, foreigners came and did A, B, C, D, E, and will investigate to find who and what and where and how.
I just want to say I don't know.
Nah, I don't believe that. I think these guys knew what was going on. I feel like they're even in on it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I might be wrong, but that's how I feel. I feel like they know what's up. I feel like they know what's good, and I feel like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, you're still with us right here on the TDA Tele Radio station. We're hanging out with GT, and let me just do something before we do anything else. Let me just make sure I got my things right, because you know I'm so excited today. Today's such a good day.
Wow. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is so amazing. I kept running the track back every 20 seconds, and I'm like, okay, let me listen for the next one. It gets to the minute, I keep running it back because I was just so amazed. I think that's the beauty about it. I didn't know what to expect, and those first few lines just caught me in. The ability to tell a story through it, man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm honored. I'm honored to even have her spit on a beat of mine. Like, I'm honored. A lot of rappers say they grew up in the dungeons, but I grew up in a village where nobody paid attention to the little things. Nobody cared. Like, it's just so beautifully written, and she was able to slip in between vernacular and the English, and with minimal effort to transition. Like, I'm super honored.
Yeah. Like, I'm so excited right now. Like, I'm sure you can see my face right now. Like, I cannot contain my excitement, because amazing thing you did, GT, and I cannot wait to just play that again and again and again. Yeah. Yo, come on, yo. What you talking about?
We think we know a lot about Wu-Tang, right? How did that vision of getting so many men to slow down what they were doing and just pay attention and put a project together?
Well,
Grown ass.
Yes, but the thing is, I think when you have built trust, you know what I mean, and you have honor and respect from a group of men, then it comes to a point when I use the term Noah. Right? So Noah was the best Noah. He knew it was going to be a storm. Right. So he told everybody, look, and those who listened, they got in that ark and they able to say, you know what I mean. So at the point in time of me and my community, I was like that Noah. You know, I had never forced anybody. I was faithful to my word. You know, you could lend me your video game cartridge back. You know, back in the day, somebody lend me something.
Yeah, didn't ask you on a bar. Like, yeah, it's mine.
So I was, you know, my honor, trust, and vision was pure. And, you know, the brothers, you know, because we all alphas. That's one thing about Wu-Tang. There's a bunch of alphas.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, damn, is that you would think that would be hard to, like, man, we gonna all get together.
But the idea that, you know, at the time, you know, when I decided that, you know, I wasn't Prince Rakim anymore, that was the name I was born by. But I'm the Wilson, I'm the Abbey. I'm about to zig us to the you know, to the promised land. Brothers believed in that, you know what I mean? They put that trust in that. And they gave me their word, right? And the most important thing I would say for any young brothers out there who's going through it, if you give someone the word, like, you know, you gotta stick by it. You can't break it, because it takes time for that word to develop. You know, in the beginning, the Bible was the word, and the word becomes flesh, and it takes time. And so I estimated it would take about 5 years from the day that those brothers all gave me their word. And I promised that if we go on the trajectory, which I'm foreseeing, that in 5 years we're going to be number one. And in 5 years, the number one album in the country is Wu-Tang Forever.
Time to get out of bed. Time to put on the radio. Oh, you already put it on.
Yo, GT, what up?
I'm good.
Should I bring the track back? Shall I bring it back?
Yeah, you can bring it back.
Shall I bring it back? No, I like that. I like that very much. I like that you're like, you know what? Let's bring it back. It's a dope track, man. Like, and I'm not even done sharing it. Like, I still have like a whole list of people I need to send that track to. Like, for real. Let's get back to it.
Yes, sir. GT, check. Father God, I thank you for the way my mama raised me. I came up to when I know that she was never impatient. She told me I make for the money on every occasion. That song chase the back, cause it's the one supposed to chase me. It's hard to get me out the picture, yeah, you can't erase me. It's also hard to get a duplicate, you can't replace me. A lot of people watching closely how music will change me. They better tune into the next episode in the making. Started in 2013, but I was only 12. Did it on my own, cause I didn't have nobody else. Then I told my family music is my only friend. My mama didn't like it cause she thought I was under a spell. We can't relate, topics up for debate. Trying to make a million, then take myself out on the date. Give me some money, then I'll show you how to prevail. GT on every track, say my name and fame. Yeah, a lot of rappers say they grew up in some dungeons. I grew up in a village where nobody paid attention. So all the small things, no one really cares. That you bottle things up like you living in a casket. It's a red flag, silence when I step in the room, no limitations, I am me, I don't wanna be you. I must admit that I was holding back when I was in school, but now it's different. I shine more when I'm in the booth. Listen, I'm in for me, but I'm not for buzz. From a nigga in history, that how I can take a look. Looking clean, but I'm not gonna call it hasta le role. Hagi pataganya, but I'm not completely open. So it's been a hobby, now I gotta change that. I do it for the present, I don't do it for the paper. Do it for the people I build on the makeup. Hustle till I get what I want, gotta stay up. Wake up, it's time to shake things up. Get the media a story so they stop making things up. People call me GT, better figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out, that's why I'm bringing this out. Yeah. Y'all better get ready for the EP. Young MCGT in the house. Trying to raise that red flag. Anyway, bring the beat back. A lot of people that hate us will probably think that I'm captain. The only reason they're hating is that they came to the vision. But hip hop is my religion and they may not want to listen. But I'ma go hard, work until they dance to my rhythm. I can't believe it. I'm finally picking up the pieces, putting myself together and I focus on the mission. The mission is to eradicate all the poverty. By poverty, I'm talking white rappers in the rap game. Hey, look at yourself in the mirror. Do you see the same reflection or you see yourself bigger? When it's crunch time, people...
So GT.
What's up?
So, let's talk a little bit about this song.
Okay.
You literally like you jump into a lot of different times in your life during the song, right?
Yeah.
Alright, tell me a little bit about some of those bars that you threw out that were like testament of those specific times. Or am I putting you on the spot? Yeah?
I honestly wasn't prepared for this, but okay. There was a point in my life where I was like, I told my mom that this is why I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
I love music and whatever. And then she wanted me. She was so pissed. She wanted me to like focus on school and then just get school like over and done with and forget about music because she felt like music isn't really something that's gonna take me anywhere in life.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I said I told my family music is my only friend. My mama didn't like it because she thought I was under a spell or something.
Yeah, that's dope. I like how you painted that picture. But I'll tell you, like, you know, we have the privilege of having parents who I believe know better and want the best for us. You know, I think that's why sometimes, you know, they react like that to what they most likely don't fully understand. You know,
they don't. Yeah.
And it's only because, you know, they want the best for us. Yes. And out there, right? You know, especially like birthplace of hip hop. if you take most rappers as case studies, right, you find that very few of them came from actually well-off homes. A lot of them came from broken homes. A lot of them dropped out of school, and like hip hop was kind of like a saving grace for them. Like that literally kept them out of trouble, and it prevented them from getting into really messed up situations. As we say, out there you either end up dead or in jail. So a lot of rappers, right? Hip hop was what saved their lives, you know.
Yeah.
So for us, it's a little bit different. You know, most of us, you know, we have parents that really care for us. You know, they support us in terms of academics.
Academics and everything.
Yeah, and they believe like that's at least until you're able to support yourself, that is the only path that you're meant to take.
Yep.
You know, so what we're trying to change, especially like my generation of hip hop heads, we're trying to say hip hop is part of academics. You know, it's part of the entire bowl that is academics. You know, it's like, you know, you have sports, right? You have sports. Some people have creative writing, and hip hop is a form of sport and a form of creative writing. You know, and it's something that can literally help you in your academics. I remember I used to use rhymes to remember certain things.
Oh, me too.
And I used to incorporate some things from my subjects in my rhyme, and it made me sound cool. You know, it made me sound cool because I talk about photosynthesis, and guys would be like, "Yo, how, what?" You know, so. And there's some guys out there, especially in the U.S., that are really trying real hard to fuse hip hop into the learning curriculum. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's something that I've personally just taken myself to say, you know what? Everywhere I go, every office I go to, especially if it's at an institution, I'm definitely gonna wave the hip hop flag and let people know to say it's not. Of course, there is some bad to it. There's a bad side to everything. But if you take the time to learn the beautiful aspects of this culture, it's amazing, and it's something that can literally, you know, help somebody grow. Cool. Is there another point specifically that you want to talk about? Like, there's a part that you rap in Setswana that you know, like I said, my Setswana is virtually non-existent. Do you wanna break that down for me? Like just one of the Setswana pieces of one of the Setswana bars of the song.
What was I saying? Oh, y'all are looking clean, but I'm going to like make y'all dirty when I get in the zone.
She's gonna clean the floor with y'all. Like,
clean the
that's
floor, y'all.
That's dope. Let me ask you something. You know the word bling, right?
Bling.
Yeah, B-L-I-N-G.
What is a bling?
Okay,
is
bling.
It a person?
Bling is a term for jewelry.
Oh, I know that. I thought maybe Blaine was like a rapper or something.
Blaine is a rapper that, you know, I think next week we're gonna probably sit down with and talk to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's an organizer of a rap battle league called the Warzone. But Bling.
Okay, I know Bling.
You know where Bling came from? Like, wait, it's a hip hop term.
I know it's a hip hop term.
100% hip hop term.
Yeah.
A term that was coined by Cash Money CEO Brian Baby Birdman Williams, and
Birdman.
Yeah, he's the first one credited with saying the word bling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
and all of a sudden now it's part of popular culture. Now jewelry, you know, the most expensive jewelry stores in the world use the word bling to talk about, you know, what they're selling. Guys, ladies and gentlemen out there, please remember, do not call this number because we're live right now. If you need to talk to us, just send us a message on 753-41347. That is 753-41347. We're still working to be able to take your calls live, and when we do, we'll let you know. But for now, this is how we're gonna have to communicate. That is via text. So yeah, another word, you know, fresh. You know, fresh to mean something good. Actually, even cool. Cool is a hip hop term as well.
Cool.
Yeah, cool came from hip hop. Yes, cool meaning something that is good, that is clean, that came from hip hop as well. To
Oh,
hustle is also a hip hop term.
yeah, I know to
Yeah,
hustle.
especially in the way in which we look at it today, because back in the day, hustling was 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 short for someone being criminal. Yeah, like literally, to hustle someone meant to crook them out of out
Yeah.
of one, two, 10 different things. But in hip hop, people took that term, flipped it around, and turned it into basically just striving and working really hard,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
getting ahead. So those are just some of the words that hip hop flipped. That's how important this culture is. So you say you started rapping at 12.
Yeah, I was.
You remember the first rhyme you ever wrote?
The first time I wrote was when I was like 12.
Do you remember the rhyme?
15, when I was 15.
You remember the first rap you ever rapped at 12?
No, back then I was like doing other people's songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you remember the first rap you did at 12?
Yes, I
Well,
was
well-
still into Nicki Minaj type of stuff.
Oh, what was the first song you kind of like memorized?
I think it was wasn't it Pills and Potions? I think.
Oh, yeah, I know nothing about Pills and Potions. I'll tell you this though, the first rap I ever memorized was Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh,
You know the song Gangsta's Paradise?
nope.
Okay. I'll play for you off air. Really dope song. One of the songs that really it really took hip hop from to the next level, because it was the first time that a hip hop song was used in a regular drama movie, like not like a stereotypical black hood movie, but like a proper drama.
Yeah.
And the lead song of the movie was Gangsta's Paradise, and the movie is called Dangerous Minds.
Oh.
And the funny thing is, it was genius because the song came out first, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of us were attracted to the song, right? It's a rap song, it's really catchy, and that pushed us to then want to watch the movie. But then when we watched the movie, we're like, oh, it's like a drama. Like we're expecting, stereotypical,
Yeah.
guns,
Yeah, guns.
people talking a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
None of that.
Oh wow.
but
Disappointing.
but in hindsight, Dangerous Minds is actually a great movie, and it stars Michelle Pfeiffer. It's actually a really dope movie, and that was one of the ways that like movie companies started to incorporate certain things in order to kind of pull the young hip hop crowd to their side. Alright, cool. We've done enough talking, I think. Let's get back to the music.
Yep.
But before we do that,
Those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect official policy or position of the Dow Academy. Any content provided by bloggers or authors are of their opinion.
Where's
and are
Amanda?
intended to malign
Huh?
Where's
any
Amanda?
religion,
She's in the jingle room.
club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
Slow down.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Slow it down. You gotta slow it down.
Slow it down for me one time.
Slow it down.
The most high is still alive. Those who have ears, let them hear. Those who have eyes, let them see.
Slow it down.
you really trying to do? But they don't see it, they don't believe it. They walking in the ways of their imagination. They see the truth, but they steady hesitate. Not understanding the Messiah is your inspiration. How many bad situations does it take for us to realize that we're walking in abomination? Cry out, repent, get away from temptation. What do you see when you looking in the mirror? I see lies behind my eyes, but I still glorify the Most High. Because without Him, I still be hypnotized by the ways of this world that despise the Most High. It seems the truth is the only thing people don't believe. What you really think?
Você sabe o que será?
Vamos.
Bitch. Ah, não, que não.
Basta ir.
Ok. Não tem que cuidar dele.
Slow it down for me one time. Slow it down. The Most High is still alive. Those who have ears, let them hear. Those who have eyes, let them see. I said, slow it down for me one time, one time, one time.
The pressure of paper chasing the Lord, a congregating with trapped in this world of hating. Our focus of always escaping, but only to the next level of society's pipe dream. Like sex, find a child with piles of ice cream. Majority of the moment, desires of our opponent were wired to get a opponent. Not knowing true components of the wages of sin, but yet the race that we're in. Turn pages, rages, and men, weaken our chance to contend. Laced with aggression, lust of the flesh, heat to temptation, no rest. Feed the sensation, shine revelation, tattoo death on our chests. Invest time in this mess. With stress, we grind with the best, but less impressive. We're destructive, our soul as we dress. In this fast life, with a blind eye to the suicide and the dark side. The dragon to give increase to the evil beast by the moonlight. This world is taking a turn for the worse. While you're getting around, take heed indeed to this pure seed. You realize to slow it down.
Yo, Zamar featuring Laya and Yashar. Yashar is, I consider him a local rapper. He's from the United States of America, but currently based in Botswana, so I call him a local rapper. Yeah, Yashar was here. Remember Yashar? Yashar came through. Yes, that's right.
Oh.
Yes, Yashar was here, and yeah, like he raps about something very different, and he's always very reluctant. But when I tell him I'm gonna play a song on the radio, it's like, are you sure? You know, I'm kind of different in the way I do things, and I'm like, we have to hear that.
He is a Christian rapper, right?
Not necessarily Christian. You know, we would say conscious rapper, but he doesn't like that tag because, you know, rap is not something that should be boxed in. You know, you have to be able to coexist with all the other rappers in the world without having to be labeled anything. All right, and this is why I said, you know, we're putting all rappers out there on notice. And this is what is different about, you know, if I talk about your style, for example, it's very different because you don't have an angle. You know, I remember we had a conversation about Megan Thee Stallion a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have an angle. You just rap it. And that is what we want. We want someone who is able to just take it there without looking for a label. Say, oh no, I'm a conscious rapper. Oh no, I'm a female rapper. Oh no, I'm a battle rapper. Oh no, I'm a braggadocio rapper. No. You know, it's just about what you have to say and how you say it. So, we're working on this EP, right?
Yeah.
And this EP is going to be titled Red Flag, right?
Uh-huh.
Why Red Flag?
It's a signal to all the fellow rappers and everybody that, you know what, I'm here. Y'all better notice me.
Okay, cool. And you are we've heard the intro. You know, it's out there.
Yeah.
You're working on the second song.
I'm working on a second song.
Do you have a title for the song?
Not yet.
Not yet. No, it's all right. It's all right. And how many songs do you think? How many songs would you? Well, actually, I haven't asked you this. How many songs would you like the EP to have in total?
8.
I like that very much. If you have 8 songs, you no longer you have an album. That's not. That's not. That's an album.
No. Okay, for 6.
6.
6
all right.
is good.
Let's
Yeah,
say
6.
6 is good.
6
is good. 6 works. That's ambitious, but 6 works. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah.
So Red Flag coming very soon. You heard the intro. It's a dope track. I want to bring it back a third time, but if I do that, I might just end up being biased, and you guys are not gonna like it very much.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's let it breathe. What I'm gonna say right now, what I'm gonna announce right now is there will be a website coming up very soon. Where people will be able to get your music, we will get info from you, get your bio, and all the other things, and that is gonna be it's gonna be fully paid for, it's gonna be fully funded, yes, and it's gonna happen in the next few weeks. So yeah, keep working and keep doing your thing, keep grinding, and you'll find that all the other things that you need will just come to you. All you have to do is just keep doing your work, keep putting out music, and just like person number 1 is coming in to support the website, someone else is gonna come in to support another aspect of what it will take for you to get what you need to get. But talking about what you need to get, where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years? 5 years, you're going to varsity now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you've graduated. Where is GT? Where is GT professionally? I know it's kind of like a very huge question to ask, but where is GT professionally and where is GT creatively?
GT professionally, I wanted to get a degree, right? I'm gonna study law, right? So I wanted to get a degree, and then maybe music overtakes that, and then once I feel comfortable on the creative side, I let go of the degree.
Oh wow. You're gonna be the rapping lawyer. See, are you gonna be the type who's gonna be Yo Honor, listen, let me kick it. Let me kick it for a minute.
Let me give you some bars.
This man right here?
My client ain't guilty.
Yeah, I know one rapping lawyer. Well, a lawyer who's a rapper. Do you know Keno Suits?
Nope.
Keno Suits is a company that makes bespoke, tailored suits for men and women. And half of Keno Suits, I cannot remember his name to save my life. Half of Keno Suits is a gentleman. I can't remember his name, but he's a rapper, pretty decent rapper, and he's also a lawyer. So he's someone who's really diversified, who went into rapping early. He was actually rapping when he was still in varsity, around the time I was there, and then he got his law degree. He's practicing, and then while he was practicing, he started the company Keno Suits. And actually, there's another gentleman that I know who actually just got his PhD in law, I believe. I want to believe it. Yeah, I think so. This gentleman's nickname, I'll just say his nickname. His nickname is Blaze. And Blaze is a poet. Started out as a poet. And he used to rap once in a while, but his stronger side was poetry. And yeah, got his law degree as well. Opened a multimedia company. Yeah, and ran both. And now he's really pushing ahead with academically as well. I think he's just gotten he's just about to get his PhD in law.
Then I'm doing both.
So people want to say you can't do both. People want to tell you no, you have
prove them wrong.
So and you're walking a path that has been walked before. So that should be encouragement for you to just keep doing what you're doing, all right? And keep writing your tracks, keep focusing on school at the same time, and nothing stops you from asking for advice. The people who walked that path before you are there for you. Like all these guys, all these ladies who've made it, guys who are lawyers and who are fashion designers, people who are lawyers and are rappers, lawyers, poetry. All these guys are absolutely available to you to give you advice. If you hit a brick wall, you're like, so what do I do? They'll be able to tell you to say, no, do this, do that, move this way, move that way. Alright, GT, that's what I have for you today. Hanging out with GT, talking about her up and coming EP, making that announcement about her website, and of course, talking about the past, the present, and the future. So, GT Cafe or the G Cafe, the G Cafe, the gangster cafe.
Yeah, it's the gangster cafe.
Yeah. So did you think about anything you wanted to talk about in the G Cafe or?
No, I was actually gonna make breakfast with Andy. I
So
gotta go back to finishing the EP, man.
Alright, cool.
I got
Alright, let's do this. Let's let GT get back to work.
Yeah.
Alright? And let's get back to the music. We got Tay-Boss coming up with Epiphanies featuring Rita Wills. We got Sticks and Stones by Norman Stan. Of course, we got Strata, Boy Strata featuring Apollo Diablo. Don't touch that dial. You are on
The best internet radio station in the world.
Who got a kiss on my mansion?
We're going to do a triple play.
That's me in
Huh?
the future.
Is there something on tap?
Jesus go answer.
Yes.
You gotta survive, you been in these clothes and eat on the press.
Beauty Blackout.
Till I retire,
Yes.
Are you actually coming?
Am I
Are
coming?
you coming on set?
Outside
That's what we want. Check on this home.
I hope you don't break when I die. Keeping it real, I don't need validation. I sleep in a ball on occasions. Pick my dish out in the
Did you say bye?
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do? That so I'm gonna cut up.
My name is blessings on blessings, nigga. Any of my lessons I got it on figured. I'm preaching a message, nigga. I hope you relate me and keep me moving. Man, who got a key to my new way? It's me in the future, my life will be lit, man. I'm trying to get past all this bullshit. Working my in the studio, turn on and off up and come up with new hits.
Thank you,
Yeah. Voice Strata featuring Apollo D. No, you guys can keep talking. It's cool. I'm good. If you want, you can join the conversation out here. I still got like 15-20 minutes left on the show. Amanda, come sit. Anesu, come sit. Cups, come sit. Come and sit down. Let's have a conversation.
Hello.
Hello. You know boy strata?
No,
Yeah? Boy strata.
No.
No.
you know that boy?
Yeah, I coached him for a little bit.
Oh,
Like a month or so when we were doing the Hub Music series.
when it was when
20, I think it was 2011, 2012, somewhere. Yeah. So, yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing? You guys good?
yes.
Yeah, it's like July is the new June, huh? Because, you know, when June was finishing, I was like, yo, oh, yeah, no, winter's just about to be done. And, what was I wrong? Like, July just came with a vengeance. Like, this morning was
I just
a special kind of cold.
Oh, that's the sweet.
Yeah, August is going to be worse because August is like wind plus the cold. And that's something that we call wind chill. So it's not that the temperature is actually low. It's just when the wind is carrying that cold, that coldness, right? When it hits your skin,
It gives you the chill.
yeah, it gives you the chill. It makes, and trust me, like when I worked as an auditor in occupational health, there's something we measured called wind chill factor. All right. So what we do is you look at your weather forecast, and you pick the day when it's gonna be the lowest temperature and the harshest wind. And you go outside and you stand for about 10 minutes with this machine, and you stand there for like 10 minutes, and we'll do this like at 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's the worst because you have to get on site at like midnight, 1 somewhere there when the shift is changing, and then you have to wait for just about the right time, 3-4 a.m. You go outside, so you work from like 12 midnight to like 5 in the morning. And that's when you finish. But yeah, good times.
Good times.
Good times. Good times.
That is not good times.
It's a great experience though. But I'm not a winter person at all. That's why you always see me like I'm always like covered up. I've got like my jacket, I've got my scarf, I've got my headscarf.
I'm spring, guys. Spring is good.
Spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, spring here?
Yeah.
What short time too? Yeah, from
We have spring?
Yeah. Really short.
Nah, we don't have spring over here. What's spring?
It's very
Flowers are
windy.
blooming.
The temperature is
Which flowers?
We have
I mean the
flowers.
grass.
We got leaves. The leaves are green.
The leaves are moving.
No, the leaves are green.
I don't know about that. I don't know about leaves. I don't know about flowers. All I know is it's either cold, dry, hot, dry.
no, but the disadvantage of spring in the Tuan
Yeah.
is that us, the children, we are the ones doing the sweeping, like
Yeah,
yes, the sand.
I don't know much about that, unfortunately.
Like there'll be leaves all over
And
the
sand.
yard and sand
And
and
like sometimes you can't really walk out.
So
You have to always be like this.
who wants to come and sweep my yard? Like, oh, yeah. No, we can talk. Yeah, we can talk. I just pulled my
Bring
dogs
a
up.
proposal.
But you're supposed to bring a proposal on how you're going to do it, and how much you want to pay, get paid for it, and what resources you need. Yeah. Yeah, no. What I know is, we always think maybe more June, July are a flu months, but I always feel like September, August, September. That's when I get the really, really bad flus because of the dust. And the weather kind of lies to you because like during the day, it's okay, it's a bit warm, so you wear a t-shirt, you wear shorts, and then like 7ish, If you're not back home, you're in trouble because then it's dusty, it's windy, and it's just problematic.
The heat in this country can
And but you know what? Give me heat, please. Don't give me the give me
heat.
Yeah, give me heat.
There's types of heats.
I like that.
The heat where you can swim, you know.
Yeah.
The one is the bad one. Then there's the heat where
Nah,
even if you swim,
that is my recipe, right?
the wind heat.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Like, have you ever felt like when I used to live in a place called Sewer Town, right? And in Sewer, right, you open the door. You know when you open an oven door, right? You open an oven door. That was the experience when you open the door to go outside. You just be hit with this thing. And you're like, what? There's nothing. And there's days you go outside, right? You go outside and I'll focus on you focus on the leaf. You're like, and the leaf is not moving. It's not moving. It's just there. I'm like, like there's no breeze. There's nothing. Nah, no. I'll heat up, but give me the heat any day.
Somebody in Botswana.
Give me some. Someone's in Botswana. Give me some.
Winter can go to the like clothes myself up.
Guys.
Even if you wear less.
Guys, but you know what's interesting, right? Okay, depending on where you are in Botswana, okay, the evenings are a little bit cooler.
Yes.
I know in Gabs, trust me, like Francistown is something else. Like Maun is deep. Maun is deep. Hot. Gabs like 7ish gets a little bit cooler, which is good. So I prefer being here in Gabs. Give me summer, because I know like what I do usually is like get home at around maybe 5, jump in the pool. That's what I do. Straight up. Stay in the pool for 3 hours. Until 3 hours.
After 1 hour.
Cause like
these weird wrinkles.
Yeah, no, don't worry about those. Like that's that's because you over chlorinate your pool. You put too much chlorine in your pool. That's how your skin starts reacting. You have to put just the right amount. Actually, nowadays we don't put chlorine in our pools anymore. Now you see, there's this bubble thing that you throw in your pool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this thing does everything for you. All you have to do is maybe just clean your pump and run the pump for a little bit. Put this thing in there, and it does everything. Regulates your chlorine, clarifiers in there as well. You jump in the pool, you come out, you won't even be dry. You're good. Yeah. So hey, I jump in the pool at 5 when the water is warm. 7, 8, water starts cooling down, then I'm out of there. But yeah, summer, winter, what do you do? What are you going to jump into?
The blanket.
Yeah,
The blanket.
The only people who enjoy blankets are people who have electric blankets. Because it's nice and warm in there, you jump in there, you snuggle up, you're good. I've never jumped into cold blankets.
I just wanted to say that.
Like, what? That's like someone throwing an ice. You know when someone puts an ice cube in your t-shirt? It's very uncomfortable. And then there will be times I'm sleeping, right? And so I'm sleeping on one side and it's nice and warm. And then I'll turn.
And you go back to that one side.
Don't forget the legs. The
Yeah.
legs.
When you pop, and then it pops out 2 seconds, you get hammered. Winter is guys, give me summer. I'm sorry. Like winter is just deep.
Seasons in Botswana are not nice. They are both to the extremes.
Yeah, they are definitely extremes. But like I said, I prefer. I mean, I know summers are pretty bad because but over winter, I'll choose summer. I'll definitely choose summer.
But is there a place where like the
the seasons are like, you know,
Moderate.
moderate.
Like
No.
I'll tell you, I went. Wait, you mean in Botswana or
Anywhere, I think like Cape Town,
Like,
I think is close.
Nairobi has like these guys have the best of both worlds.
Really?
Like the only thing that I found different that I couldn't take was the rainy season is the rainy season. Like it'll rain for like 3 days straight. And you're like, you know when you're just tired, I'm like, you know what? Please just stop. Just for an hour. Just stop.
It'll
Like
rain the whole day.
it'll rain the
You
whole
even Go
day.
to sleep.
Like it'll
It's
start
still
raining
raining.
at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? 7, it's still raining. 2 o'clock, it's still raining, and you're just like, and then maybe 5ish, it'll do as if it's about to slow down, and then right where were we? Starts, and you know, because when it rains like that, you know the roads are horrible. There's mud everywhere. It's just
Then the
a mess. The power is half, because you know because they know that that's how it is. They've kind of done the most to make sure that all the wires are nice and good. But the roads are just horrible, and temperatures stay between like maybe 18 degrees and 22, 23 degrees.
That's nice.
Like that's where it stays. Like
That's nice.
when you
Yeah,
get
we
like
can't even reach 40.
yeah, like I'll be there, and you guys will be like Eddie, it's hot, and I'm like, guys, it's 26 degrees. Like, yeah, I'm burning. I'm like,
What?
you guys,
Have you reached 40 degrees
like,
before?
guys, like, you what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
26 degrees, hot? You have no idea what you're talking about. And then guys are like, no, it's cold. Like 16 degrees. I'm like, guys,
Cold
the
16.
16.
Ah,
I mean,
Your
I-
once reached 1.
I'll tell you, my car, I'll be driving, right? And then my car starts beeping. What's the temperature? 4. Yay! Even the car is complaining. It's like, nah, no,
Shit, man.
this is not right.
But even Zimbabwe is also a bit
It's a bit half-half.
Yeah, it's because like in the winter I can see people opening windows and like
Yeah.
not wearing
I
jackets
actually
at
like
all.
the
I'm like,
summer in Zim. It's
Ah.
nice.
Yeah, it's so it's never that hot.
It's not that hot.
Nah.
I
Hey,
enjoy it.
the one place I hate and I'll never forget. And I've been there once and I hated it. Was London. London was horrible. Like you walk down the street. So I was in the house, right? The sun is shining, you know. So visitors come and I'm like, okay, let me walk them out. So I just wore like a vest, shorts, flip flops.
You're cold.
Get to the end of the road. It starts pouring, and I'm like, no chance to get an umbrella, nothing in my vest. I got sick.
Dang.
Just like
Just like that. Like I was out for like 15 minutes. Got back
So
home.
it's always raining.
No, it's like Cape
Unpredictable
Town.
weather.
It's very unpredictable. One second it's hot, next second it's windy, super windy. All of a sudden it starts pouring. And when it starts pouring, after that it gets cold. I was like, no, this is definitely not for me. Absolutely not.
summers in Botswana.
Summers in Botswana. Give me summers any day. Give me summers.
Me too. But we have autumn is unrecognizable.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. Like what is that?
When is it?
What
autumn?
what's autumn? Like I don't know what that is. Like guys, we don't have
Only
four
know
you,
2.
you guys are bougie. We don't have 4 seasons. We have hot and cold.
We
People,
have summer.
People don't remember. Oh no, the flowers were blooming. Oh, they don't remember those things. Yeah, they remember 2 things. It was hot. Now it's cold. It was cold. Now it's hot. Right.
But I heard in
yeah.
Nigeria it can get really hot.
Yeah, so out there, it's not just hot, but it's also humid. Like in Kinshasa, where I'm from, you literally feel like you're underwater the whole time. Imagine, let me not say underwater, right? Imagine water being up to your neck, right? And you're breathing. You know that feeling, like imagine feeling that thing for your entire life. And it's weird because, and you know, my dad told me this because he had been in Botswana for a long time, and the first time he went back, when he came back to Bots, he was like, "Yo, it's like when you step," and that happened to me. When you step out of the plane, right? It's like something goes into your nose, fills your lungs, and then all of a sudden your breathing changes. You just start. It's like you're grabbing for air. That's how humid. And Ghana is like that as well. That's how humid it is.
Have you been to Namibia?
Yeah, I've been to Namibia.
The weather is also like
It's very dry.
tricky, like
Yeah.
windy.
Wind,
Then rain.
lots of wind, especially at the coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very windy at the coast. Like you, regardless of whether it's 50 degrees, just carry a jacket. Because
Yes.
at any day, if there's a wave coming in, you're in trouble. Crazy. Alright guys, we got 1 minute to 10. I don't know if we've got anything happening at 10. We've got Beauty Blackout at 10. Thank you so much for that conversation. We're gonna wrap up the show with some good hip hop music. Thank you so much for being with us. Keep it locked, and we'll be right back with Beauty Blackout with Miss Debbie. This was TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. The extended version. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. The Dow Academy radio station, teleradio station in Mochudi at the primary school campus. Alright guys, peace! Thanks guys, thank you so much.
What's the on?
Hey, voila. It's not for the youth.
Mr. Just call cops to me, please.
Cops.
Cops.
Papa.
Just come and connect the internet, please.
What are the issues that you are facing? My issues. What are the issues you are facing? You can write it. What? I want something to talk about. Oh, well, not a day. Helicopter. Yes.
You're listening to only the best internet radio station in the world.
Mr. Cops.